What's up, YoungLA world? It is YoungLA's 10-year anniversary. This is Micah Diaz from Hoonigan. I'm gonna get in there. We're gonna get right into the content. I didn't realize it was gonna be like that, and I couldn't even think. So I was close though. I was close. I'm ready. I know. I'll be good. I'll be good.
What's up, YoungLA world? It's Gurmer, aka Garry. Finally reached our 10-year anniversary for YoungLA. We started back in 2014, so today we're gonna take you down a memory lane. I'm actually standing in front of our first ever warehouse. Somebody else owns it right now, but this is where everything started. Well, actually it started in our old house in Robbie's little room. We used to have like few shelves, and we'll throw a photo of that because I was able to find it somehow. We used to sell like Tupac shirts and like do dumb shit back then, and YoungLA wasn't even really a thing. So I went to college, graduated in 2015. I worked in accounting. I don't think anyone knows that, but I worked in accounting for 8 months. I got a job at Ernst & Young. It's a big four like accounting firm. But in college, that's all I wanted to do was be an accountant. But then I hated my life, and that's when I quit. And then me and Robbie started the business together. Robbie's my brother. But our first actual warehouse was right here. Let's see if we can go in and see if we can see inside the warehouse. Probably won't, because it looks like no one's here, but we'll still give it a knock. You know what's crazy? Some idiot wrote this, I don't know who, but it's still the same exact way. And the other crazy part, we didn't have like light at night back here, but we used to work pretty fucking late. I remember I stood on a ladder and put that fucking ugly ass light up that doesn't work, but the light is still there. This guy next door, his warehouse is open, and it's pretty much the identical spot. It's just like our office is this way, theirs is that way. But this warehouse used to be 1,000 square feet. Right now we have like close to 70,000. So yeah, it just kind of says how much shit has changed. But we'll ask him if we can do a little peep. We're making a cool little video showing people like the history of the company. Would you be okay if we just kind of showed the size of your warehouse? So yeah, so this warehouse pretty much identical to ours. We used to have a little upstairs thing above the office, but the office is pretty much exactly like that. It was super small. It was me, Robbie, and this girl we used to have back then. It was just 3 employees while we were here, and then towards the end we hired a 4th person, and that's when we moved to the next location. But it's pretty much identical to this, like tiny as hell. We just had shelves everywhere. We were here for about a year and a half, and then we moved out and got a bigger spot. This spot was 1,000 square feet. Back then, rent was around $1 or 10 per square feet, so we were paying about $1,200 back then, including with the fees and everything. But yeah, I wish it was still the same. Now it's fucking arm and a leg for a fucking warehouse spot. This was our first warehouse, but we're gonna take you to the next one and see if we can get in that one. All right, guys, we're right here at our second spot, the second warehouse. The address right here was 9420 Lurline Avenue. I still remember. We moved here in 2017, I believe, and this one shit got real. Like this one, we're like, all right, we might be going somewhere. We might be doing something right. This spot right here was 3,000 square feet, around like $4,000 of rent. Pretty much stayed here for like 2 years. We started here when we had 3 employees. I think by the time we left, it was like 8 people. We had like a customer service person, an office person. We were like pretty focused on Amazon back then. There was like a little garage in the back where the shipments would leave from. It was pretty scary when we first got it. It was like, how the fuck are we gonna pay $4,000 in rent? It all fucking worked out, thank God. This was when shit got real, and honestly I owe a lot to this place. Grinded day in, day out right here. This was 2017 is when we got here. I think there's a photo on my Instagram still with the front right here and the little YoungLA sign. That's the first time we even got a sign. And this one shit was like, all right, YoungLA could actually be a brand. It was just an Amazon brand back then, but it's like, all right, this could be start of something. I remember when we first got this spot, I was so hyped. I threw a party for all my homies to come through. It was like, there was no YoungLA athletes back then. We also started the tradition of like annual Christmas parties at this spot. So it was like, I still remember like these random photos of employees just like posted up wearing tracksuits and shit, like YoungLA tracksuits. But this is where like our website started like taking off. Not taking off, because I think while we were here, our website was still really small. We would get one order on our Shopify during this time, and like, dude, we would all start clapping. We'd get orders on Amazon, and it was like, all right, it was good. That was like, you know, paying the bills. But we would get an order on our website, and you hear that cha-ching on your Shopify, and the whole office would just be like, all right, let's go. That was our goal. Like our goal back here, we were like, yo, if we can get 10 orders a day on our website, like life will be good. Man, this spot, I still got so many memories. I still have this photo in my phone. We put our shelving together. We didn't have no idea what the fuck we were doing. And it just like fell on the floor. In the morning, we came back one day and we're like, bro, like some of it's just standing up and then you see some of it just like straight on the floor because we were using these like shitty racks because I feel obviously we couldn't afford shit back then. Back then, I think the old spot, like we'd get, I think like 50 orders on Amazon and 100 orders, but a lot of that shit was not even like YoungLA stuff. It would be selling like Tupac shirts, Biggie shirts. We sell like Vans and Converse, but back there it was like 50 to 100 orders and like the hot list would start heating up like
in a day.
Yeah. But it was all Amazon orders, so it was not that exciting. It was eBay and Amazon combined. Like around 50, I would say at the last spot, but then we're like, okay, we got something going. And in this spot, like that's when, you know, we started doing like 100 to like 200 orders on Amazon. Like here, like towards the end of being here, we were getting like 3 to 5 orders on our website, YoungLA.com. So that was like the start of it. When the website orders started coming in, they kind of started coming on their own. We didn't really expect it, but here we're getting like less than 5 orders a day on our website, so that was pretty cool. They're not here right now. We tried to knock, but it's not even that late. It's fucking middle of the day, so I don't know why they're not here. All right, guys, we popped up in the whip real quick. We're gonna go around to the back. We got a little surprise for you guys, something that you wouldn't expect to see. This right here was Unit B as the front. It had a door back here. I still remember we would be back here, like, you know, loading, unloading trucks and shit, and we would see this massive building and we'd always be like, damn dude, one day we gotta get that warehouse. This place actually used to be a wheat plant. And we would always like kind of smell it, but we'd be like, damn, that warehouse is so crazy. And we actually got the warehouse from them afterwards, like, because we went to a different warehouse and then came to this one. But yeah, dude, we would always see this crazy giant warehouse behind us and we're like, one fucking day we're gonna get that shit, and that shit actually happened. So it's like crazy. Now we're gonna take you guys to our third warehouse and then we'll hop into this one, but third one's coming up next, so we'll see you soon. All right guys, so 20826 Lasson Street. This spot was like, it's crazy. I spent a lot of time here. This warehouse, like during, you know, 2020, like the crazy times, like we were here dealing with a lot of stuff. Like so much stuff changed during that time. Just having employees and like being able to run during that time, you know, it was so hard. But that's when our website took off. Like 2020 was a big year for YoungLA, and like our first ever athletes, whenever they started coming, they came to this warehouse. Like I think Jordani, the first time he ever came, it was this warehouse. And then 2020, you know, with everything that happened in the world, like people were online shopping even more, so things took off real hard. Our big first like Black Friday was here. Like so many memories. You know, we still have this place full of freaking boxes. Like moving out of here was like a mission because we were just like packed. This 10,000 square feet here. Started with around 8 employees, I believe. We were around like 25, 30 people or like 40 people by the time we left. And man, this place gave me so much. Like I think the most exciting days of YoungLA were just like, you don't know what's gonna happen, and like our first like drop that hit like 1,000 orders like happened here. Like there's nothing like that first drop where thing goes off. And obviously like now we have these massive drops, but it doesn't feel the same, you know? Like those first days, like that excitement, it's insane. I have to say I'm so grateful for everything we have now too, and I still get super excited every drop, but there was something else was in the air. I think Sush, the first time he came here, was here. I remember there's a photo of him in front of Robbie's Range Rover with the YoungLA license plate. That was like right there. I met my fiance and future wife while we were at this warehouse. Didn't meet her here, thank God. We didn't meet at work or anything. This was 10,000 square feet, so I think we were paying around 15,000 in rent because the rent kept going up like per square feet. These windows used to be tinted when we had it, and we had our table here, and this was like a bunch of clothes. They do something obviously else here, but let's see if we can go inside and show you guys around. They might not let us in, but we'll see. We used to rent this warehouse back in like 2020. Kind of want to just show people around, if that would be okay.
I will have to check with administration.
Okay, because we won't show anything. We just want to show like the spot.
They will not allow it.
We went 0 for 3.
Hey, well the next warehouse they might let us in because that's actually fucking ours. We used to have our trucks here. The guy's closing the door on us because damn. There's a pretty sick photo when we first moved here. The warehouse was completely empty. I had everyone like standing all the way in the back, and we took a photo because we were like, yo, this spot is fucking massive. This is where we like made an actual sample room. Like we had racks in the front. Like I'm still very involved in the design process, and a lot of that kind of started here, like trying on samples. My brother, we used to like critique me, but like I would try literally everything on and, you know, like go over it, fix the fitting, make this shorter, make this tighter, like make it bigger, like do all that stuff. And that all that foundation of like doing the drops and doing all these different things, just that all that started here. I'm mad they didn't let us in. It's all good.
Next place though.
Yeah, next place. Obviously they'll let us in, so yeah. All right guys, welcome to our fourth and final, not final, because there's gonna be more after this. We actually just looked at a spot today. Don't tell nobody. But this warehouse, actually the craziest parts though, we started with a 30,000 square feet block, and then we were able to add more and more to it because it has like other units that popped open. But we started with 30,000 square feet, added another 12,000 after that. And then so it went from 30, added another 12, added another 12 here. And then we just added another 25,000 square feet to this warehouse. So it's just, I think, piled up to like 70,000 square feet or maybe even more than that. But we have, I think we started this warehouse when we had like 40 people. Now we have over 100 people working here. Rent is fucking up the ass, crazy.
They can do the math on
Yeah.
the square feet.
It's like pretty much $1.30, $1.40 per square foot. I think $1.50 actually now with the new spots. Crazy adds up about how expensive it is, but you know, you pay what you live for. It's obviously really hot today, but LA weather is amazing. That's why we're here. That's why the name is Young LA. A lot of cool stuff. Now we'll go inside and go from there. All right guys, now it's present day Young LA warehouse, Young LA headquarters. We're up here on the second floor mezzanine. We got boxes friggin' everywhere, but this is just the second upstairs side of the warehouse. We'll show you guys a little bit more of the inside, but yeah, we got all our packing stations right here. But this is just a small portion of the warehouse. It goes far and far, far deep. Under us are all the aisles with, you know, people picking and packing, doing all the crazy shit. We have like a proper software now and so much technology. Yeah, this is present day. So much work has gone into like come to here, but the most exciting part for me is the office and just being able to have something that's nice, because you know, I was tired of trying clothes on in like small little rooms and doing all that sample meetings. So we'll take you guys right there and show you guys around. All right guys, this is the final room of the video. This is the room I spend so many fucking hours in every day. This is the most special and precious room to me. You see this mirror? I spend so much time standing in front of it, trying on clothes. Everything here is pretty much unreleased Young LA collabs, whatever, everything we're working on, it's in here. Stuff that we haven't tried on, like up here, whatever. Just crazy amount of clothes, and like anything we ever make goes through me wearing it, trying it on, making sure the sizing is good. My brother, he critiques the clothes, I wear it, and you know, obviously give my feedback. And then we have Sarkis, who takes care of clothes, of like the notes. People always ask like, how do you guys put out so much clothes? It's hard work. You know, every day from pretty much 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm in here just grinding, trying to figure out what we're gonna launch like 6 months down the road. The reason this room is so special to me is also because back then, you know, all the old warehouses you guys saw, we never had a place like this where we can work on our design, work on what's coming up, and you know, it would be in the middle of like the warehouse or in the middle of the lobby or something where we're like wherever we could find space. But so grateful to have this amazing room. We do meetings here and stuff and sometimes too, but yeah, just being able to have a big space, a good area to work in just means a lot. And hopefully, you know, when we get our next warehouse, I want a massive place where we can do this kind of stuff. Thank you to you guys for listening to us today. It's been a cool little experience for me. I don't really like being in front of the camera a lot. It's nice, even though I'm not that guy. Like, I like being behind the camera and just making dope clothes, but sometimes it's cool to tell this story, you know. Nobody else can tell it better. Thank you for you guys for giving us endless support and so much love throughout the 10 years, you know. From the Amazon days, obviously, I don't think that many people knew us, but from 2019 and on, it's just been tremendous support. So grateful to be here, but wouldn't be here without you guys. So we're doing a sale on July 10th for 3 days. The whole website will be 25% off in honor of the 10th year. We're dropping a bunch of fire heat. And then after that, we got a bunch of dope shit coming for the rest of the year. We're doing the Attack on Titan collab. We're doing this collab, that collab, like a bunch of shit, bunch of secrets. Obviously, we're going to have a big Black Friday like we do every year. We got lots in store for you guys. I really appreciate you guys listening, and thank you.
Our 25% sale is now live. We dropped new items and restocked your favorites.
Everything on the site is 25% off. Use code 10 years.